11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Oh, it's going to go down.
You know, it's always the greatest night in the history of our sport when we get on the air, Eric. We already got who's already popping out? It's already the boss. Boss, what's going on? Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Just Too Sweet Show. I, of course, am Mr. Tim Tabala. Today I am Tim Tababy. With me, as always, is my tag team partner, Mr. A to Z, Eric. Eric, what's going on, my brother?
Making puns and showing guns.
Nice, I like it.
We got a special viewer tonight. My son Nick is watching us right now.
Oh,
hi, Nick.
Nick, what's up, brother? How you feeling tonight, man? That's good. I'm glad.
Yeah, Nick's into it.
Is Nick a wrestling fan?
He's getting there. Yeah, I'm slowly introducing him to it, so he's getting there.
Nice. That's awesome. Nick, welcome to the show. Anytime you want to come on, buddy, you let us know. We'll bring you on. We'll start grooming you now to take over.
That's right. You and Jack someday will be the
exactly, because me and Eric, let's face it, we're old.
Yeah, we're
at least my body's old. I don't know about the rest of me, but
yeah, I say we got 25 left to do shows.
I hope so. Terzio, welcome. I heard Vince McMahon is behind the stage watching you guys. He's always watching us. Oh, look at this. The boss wants to talk to Nick. Uh-oh.
Yeah, Nick, we've got to chat.
Hey, maybe he wants to bring him on for another show. What else is Nick like? What kind of shows do you want to do?
Nick is a prolific gamer and YouTuber.
See, now right there, him and Jax could do a show. Video games.
They could.
Done. That's all
Nick knows everything about the Nintendo Switch and Nintendo. He's like a Nintendo genius, and he could probably give a run to those professional gamers on Super Smash. He could probably beat half of them.
Nice. That's the way
he's that good.
That's awesome.
Nick, I got a cold, ladies and gentlemen. So if I sound a little muffled, I apologize. So
it's all good. It's all good. How many times have we done these shows sick or beaten up or?
I know.
Whatever. All right. Let's jump right. I was hoping Hollywood Dave could join us for the AEW segment.
Oh, of course not. He's just, hey, boss, just so you know, like, you need to renegotiate his contract because, I say I'm going to be on. I can't make it. I can't. You're looking at two guys that are the solid foundation of pop culture pros right here. Right here. This
down
is what
since
you're seeing.
Day one.
Down since day one. You're talking about the first guy to join and the second guy to join. When you said when the boss said we're doing this, Tim and I said we don't give a shit. We're in. If the boss goes, we go.
Exactly. And if you want to drop this company and pick up another one, we'll do that one too. Don't worry about it. Oh, but now he's agreeing about me, not you, Eric.
Oh.
Terzio wants to know. Yes, Terzio, I posted that in our page not so long ago. It's a great thing to watch if you ever happen to watch it.
Yeah, we saw that one. Yeah, or we talked about that. Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Especially Macho Man, the way he was doing normal things. Macho Man doing normal things is one of the funniest things you can ever watch. Like Macho Man reading The Night Before Christmas is one of the greatest things you'll ever witness in your lifetime. I'm not even joking.
It really is. It seriously is.
Yeah, we do. We jump through the hoops. It's no problem because we know our value to the network, and he knows our value to the network, and we know how great the greatness of PCP is to the world. I mean, we just succeeded in what did we do, boss? We just got Boston, right? We got a thank you from the city of Boston for selling tickets to a movie. That's
Yep.
us. That's what we do.
Yeah.
That's how we do it. And pretty soon New York's gonna be getting those tickets. And then I'm
That's
gonna
right.
be going to all these previews and writing reviews.
That's right.
Wait for that to happen. 'Cause my reviews are gonna be awesome.
Yeah, they are.
My reviews are gonna be, wow, that sucked, or that was fucking cool. That's it. Nothing else.
And boss, I know we kayfabe a lot, but you can tell them that you can seriously tell them that me and Timmy were the first down and we're your backbone of PCP. You can be honest.
See, now we should get those USO shirts that says down since day one, but we'll put PCP on it. That's what we should do. That'll be our next shirt. I think we need a new shirt. You want to get a new shirt? I think we should do a new shirt.
Should we do new shirts? We should do new shirts.
I think we should.
I got it. We got to do new A to Z shirts. We got to do sweet shirts.
I think we're gonna have to. Our contract's pretty solid right now, Frank. It's pretty solid. So we're okay. We're okay with our current contracts. We're doing pretty good.
Yeah.
Let me fill that real quick. It happened. That's true. That is true.
Oh yeah, that's right. They joined, but I have to be honest, boss. I'm not just a tooting mine and Tim's own horn, but we're down with day one. We're still down and we're still solid, and we would never falter and never leave. And that's the goddamn truth.
It is. Okay, here we go. I'm sorry. I was playing with these stupid buttons.
Yeah.
Let's jump into it real quick because I do want to discuss. I know Eric. Actually, what I want to do, and I know it might violate some copyright, but at this point, they got to get over themselves. Really have to get over themselves. These people with their copyright nonsense.
Seriously.
But Sunday night was AEW Revolution, a pretty decent pay per view, I must say. It was. I pretty much nailed every match. I think I lost one match in my predictions. I beat out Hollywood Dave, which is great. And the one match I lost, Kenny Omega and the Young Bucks lost cleanly to the House of Black. They lost their trios titles, just winning them. Just winning them in a best of 7. They lost them already. Now, even Hollywood Dave wrote me and said, I think they're going to WWE because how do you lose the titles cleanly that quickly? So that room is heating up, and here we go again. So that's going to be great. What's Sergio right? Yeah, we'll get to Cena in a second. I'm talking about WrestleMania when he's heating up. But I think the best thing, Dave talked about, if you haven't seen our show, we did a preview show Sunday right before the pay-per-view. MJF versus Brian Danielson, excuse me.
Brian Danielson, yeah.
Was the pathway for MJF to take that next step because it was a 60-man Iron Man match. He's a good worker. He has the mic skills, obviously, because no one is better than him right now. So he needed this match to win to start building him up, and he won. And it was a great match. It was a great thing. But what made it even better, I don't know if I'll play the whole thing, but I definitely got to play a little bit of it.
Oh, the media scrum?
Oh, dude, he just makes me laugh and laugh. And here he is right now.
Oh, here we go.
Look, here we go. Just in time for the MJF rant. Dave, what's going on?
What's up, fellas? Yeah, I had to make it in time for this.
Well, good. We just mentioned Omega and the Bucks and how you wrote me that you think they're going to leave now after losing cleanly. Are you still on board with that?
I mean, that's what it's looking for. At least that's what I'm thinking, because it looks like Mr. Eric Zant here is Nostradamus and knows his shit, because, man, I did not expect him to lose cleanly. And, like, every time it was happening, I was like, okay, no. Someone would come and, like, help him out. Like, they would break up the count, and I'm like, okay, like, they're not going to lose this. And then when I was just like, wait, it might just happen. And they ended up losing the belts. I was like, whoa, there was, like, no interference, straight clean. It's like, why do that after the whole bringing them back? Why give them the titles then if the whole point was to take it off of them? So I don't know. It's not looking good for at least Kenny, because I don't know how long the Bucks contract is.
I don't know about the Young Bucks, but I'm just I'm going to shoot here. Like I honestly think because if you really break it down, and I'll do it real quick. It makes business sense. It makes financial sense because WWE, even Cornette and all them guys are saying WWE's climbing. They're hot right now. They're super hot. And Omega's 39. He's probably thinking, well, the praise and accolades that he does get, he probably has that like little thing in the back of his mind going, well, I haven't been to WWE yet. And I think if he wants to settle and prove that he is one of the top wrestlers in the world, he needs to have a run in the WWE. He really does. And I think he understands that now. I really do. I really do.
So, it's the only place he hasn't been able to conquer. And
I think it's money. I think it's money.
I think TK is going to stick with MJF for a while now. And he's going to have to hold on to him. And I think he might just have to let go of Kenny. I don't see a way to keep him there.
Yeah.
Well, one rumor that was quickly squashed. FTR showed up in the tag match. I guess they're not leaving. That rumor with them going with Punk back to WWE might have been squashed for the moment. But then again, who knows? People are still predicting Punk to show up by the end of the year. Know what company? We don't know. Now if Kenny Omega is leaving, I mean, why can't Punk return to AEW?
That might be the big swerve. That might be the big swerve here.
Yeah,
if all three of them leave, yeah.
There's nothing stopping him going back unless the extra back heat. He did have heat with more than M3. He had heat with almost everybody after the conference he had and all the bullshit he pulled. So, but I'm sure money talks and bullshit walks.
Not only that, but I feel like if anyone in that locker room was gonna talk up to Punk, and like after that, it was gonna be those guys. No, I guarantee you, no one else in that locker room would have gone up to Punk's locker room and been like, "What the hell? Like, what did he say out there?" Nobody else. Those guys are too young. They're not gonna rile any feathers. Maybe Jericho, but I feel like that it would have been handled privately. It wouldn't have gone like that, where Omega and the Bucks went straight to his face and were like, "Oh, you're gonna talk shit? We'll say it to our face."
And that I hate, like, I don't like pulling this out, but like that's a very independent thing to do. Like, it's not a real professional thing to do. Like what you just said is very, very, it's very important. Jericho probably would have pulled him aside, face to face and been like, look, man, that was fucked up. But Kenny and the Bucks have only been on the indies, and in the indies is just kind of like the Wild West. And I'm not saying that it's lack of big ring experience, I think, being in a real big company, conducting yourself. Because, dude, in the indies, there's like no real protocol. You just show up and you can do what you want and run your mouth when you want. And I'm not saying that they're whatever.
Well, it's like the boys will handle it.
Yeah, but the thing is like that. I don't think that was the way to handle it. I think Punk was definitely out of line, but I think they could have handled it better. Like, I don't know.
Well, we also don't know what Punk did and this guy, his buddy, did to antagonize him, because maybe they went into like just confront them, and then the brawl happened where this guy was throwing chairs and stuff.
Hey, look who's saying hi. That's not actually Jennifer. It's Nick.
What's up, Nick?
Hey.
Hi, buddy. That's my son.
Well, Dave, let's jump in it real quick as far as the pay per view and overall. What do you think of the pay per view overall?
So I saw the pay per view. I told Timmy I went to Regal Cinemas, and I went to go see the pay per view on the big screen.
Which I'm gonna do that next time, I think.
I don't know if it was because I saw it on the big screen that just gave it a different vibe, but it was pretty cool. Especially in particular, I know you might not like to hear this, but watching the Texas death match kind of gave it a little bit more feeling, because there's one time where Moxley has a Hangman like in a lock, and he grabs the fork and stabs him in the face with the fork. And when you see that, like literally 70 inches, whatever, however big that screen is, and he just stabs him, you just see the blood like squirt out. You're like, whoa, like it hits you. You're like, holy shit. That's pretty intense. So I think it was.
Wow.
I think the pay-per-view in general was a pretty good one. It didn't have as many matches, which I enjoyed because everyone got their own time. It wasn't 57 matches, a bunch of spots. It was pretty good. It had a couple good returns and some shocking ones. And I think Bryan and MJF did a fantastic job. That 60-minute match, Iron Man match, was one hell of a match up until the end.
And I said I wanted to show this real quick because, again, if you have any doubt who the man is at this moment, it's this man. It's like 2 minutes long. I don't know if I'll play the whole thing, but you got to just watch.
I know. I think you got to play the whole thing because from beginning to end, that he just commands that room.
They are changing.
You wait your turn, baby. People pay to see me, not you. Let's talk, shall we? AEW is now destination television once again. The ship has been steered properly once again. This belt is now the most important belt in this entire sport. And it states the 3 letters. And it damn sure ain't AEW. I know for a motherfucking fact it ain't MOX. It's MJ.
Wait, Timmy, I think this isn't the new one.
God damn, you people are fucking dumb, man. No offense. No offense.
Well, what's this one?
You had sympathy
This
for
is the
devil?
one when he beat
What are
Moxley.
you, fucking
Is it?
stupid? You
Yeah, the one
moron
that
bitch
this one. Remember,
on
he was wearing
every
white.
single word
My
I
bad.
have to say.
My bad, ladies and gentlemen. I just saw him screaming, and I
Yeah, that's when he comes in with the crutches.
oh yeah, the crutches. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. My fault. Thank you, Dave, for pointing that out. But there's I don't want to play the whole damn thing.
I don't know. It's pretty. AZ, have you seen it all or no?
No, I haven't seen it at all.
Man,
I saw some of the media scrum. It was
We
It was
all
all right.
want more of a good thing.
Let me pull it out. You guys discuss.
That's what she said.
Discuss for a second. Let me try if I can find it.
Yeah, I feel like he kind of took a dig at Punk too when he started eating the pickles.
Oh, we got Chris. Chris, what's up, Chris? Yeah, MJF is good. Chris is a big MJF guy. Chris is the butcher that works with me at my job. So
Oh, nice.
we talk wrestling all day, all night.
MJF right now is the best heel in the business.
Yeah,
Here we go.
he is.
I'm not gonna play the whole thing.
Shit. I'm the fucking man now. Me. I'm the best wrestler in the world. There is no more complete wrestler on this planet. Nobody's got my body. Nobody's got my mind. Nobody's got my brain. Inside that ring on the microphone, hell. Even in the goddamn press conference, nobody can fucking touch me in this business. I don't need a whole group backing me. I don't need someone in my ear advising me what to say, how to walk, how to talk. There is nobody. And I mean nobody on my level. And you're going to hear it over and over again because ain't nobody dethroning the devil. God damn, I got a horn growing out now. Shit's getting real, isn't it? But I feel good. My back ain't against the wall no more. I got nothing to panic about. I'm having fun now. Tony, you ready to have some fun, answer some questions?
Yeah.
Good shit. Got some Kalen and Kalen pickles over there. Going to eat the shit out of that.
I love when he offers the guy a pickle. It's great.
Yeah.
So when I was in the Senior Bowl All-Star game, no big fucking deal, and I played in the game, I was running on a sweep. I had 15 tackles going into the first half. If you don't believe me, Google it, you fucking marks. And a fat roly-poly-oly offensive lineman made a cut block
Hi,
right on my
Elijah.
lest leg and tore my MCL and my meniscus, and it has been nagging the fucking shit out of me ever since. But did that stop me from tapping out the best wrestler in the world? I'm just curious, Dave, did it? No, he fucking didn't. Oh my God, that's a good fucking pickle. Jesus Christ, classic Gil. Anybody want a piece? Really, nobody wants a pickle? How about you? You want a pickle? Come here, dipshit. Take a pickle. You, fuckface, take a pickle. You, yeah. What are you, fucking deaf?
Oh, God.
Was this a shot at Punk with the muffins?
That's
Yeah.
why I think it was.
It has to be.
Yeah, all right,
has
now
to be.
fuck off.
Excellent.
Yeah.
That might be setting something up too, by the way. That might be setting
Here's the
something up.
thing. I watch these things every single time, and they're so fucking long. No offense. So fucking long. So, and also the questions kind of suck. So can you guys do me a fucking favor? Hit me with some hard shit. Okay? Fucking give it to me because you're a journalist, right? You're not right, Will? You're a fucking journalist? Yeah.
No, not a fucking journalist.
Great. All right, here we go. Who's going first? Yeah, guy with the slick black hair looked like a fucking rat. Tickled.
Freedom Crowley with comicbook.com, Max. Congrats.
Comicbook.com?
Comicbook.com.
Oh, wow. It's like the New York Times. All right, here we go.
Congrats on the title defense tonight.
Yep.
Beating the likes of Ricky Starks and Brian Danielson so far in your title
Chris.
defenses.
Oh, okay. I thought we were just talking about people I beat, like John Moxley and Chris
The
Jericho.
list could
CM
go on
Punk and-
on.
Yeah. Keep going.
Who from people of your past or people you haven't faced yet are you looking to submit by beating in this title reign?
God damn, man. To be perfectly brutally honest, I'm not a mark like everybody else who works here. I don't have dream matches. What I have is this. The most important title in all of professional wrestling. What everybody's dream should be is to face me because there is nobody more important in this business than MJ. How's that for an answer? Good.
Thank you.
Yeah, okay, rat shit. Who else?
Rat shit.
What, are we scared? There we go, Will.
Why does Tony
Washington.
Khan look like he
I
should be in school with our kids?
You're a
Like,
great guy.
I don't feel like he should be there.
So,
Yeah.
no, he
Wow,
shouldn't be
laugh
there.
at him. Jesus Christ. My friend, man. No, all right.
There should be one of the, like Tony Schiavone or
5
somebody
minutes
should be with him,
into
not Tony Khan.
the
Like,
Iron Man match tonight, you are making the rounds virally for having thrown a drink, a mom's drink,
Yeah.
on her kid.
Yeah.
So this question is kind of a twofold. It goes for both Max and for Tony. One for Max.
Yeah.
What was going through your mind throwing the drink on the kid?
Kid looked thirsty. What's the second question?
And two, Tony, will there be any type of consequences for Max?
We had a conversation before we came up here. We had a conversation, a serious conversation, and I mean that. And it's not to be taken lightly. And the young man Titus was a real pro about it, and we'll see Titus here again in AEW. And I believe Titus is actually coming to Sacramento.
oh
but I was
God,
just
Tony,
with
you got to
him,
go.
and he was a real champ about it. And
Tony, you got to go.
you know, the champion didn't act like a champion there, but I think Titus was great.
Salt of the earth, that Titus. Real worried about him. What else we got? Yeah.
Wait, one more, and I'll shut it.
Amy Nemedy with WrestleJoy.
Mhm.
Congratulations on your title defense.
Yeah.
So you just fought a 16-minute Iron Man match with one of the best wrestlers in the world, one of the best
One of,
wrestlers
yeah.
in the
We know
world.
who the best one is now.
Clearly, it's you.
Yeah.
So I was curious, what are your thoughts as you realize that you have successfully defended your championship and dethroned one of the greatest wrestlers in the world? And what are your preparations heading into a match like a 60-minute Iron Man match?
So my prep was absolutely insane, and I am not afraid to admit that I understood the task at hand when it came to facing the American Dragon, Brian Danielson. I am not going to sit here and pretend that Brian Danielson isn't an absolutely incredible athlete, because he is. Every single day, I'd wake up at 5 a.m. I would take a cold plunge. I would then do fasted cardio for 45 minutes. And then after that fasted cardio, I'd go in the sauna for 30 minutes.
All right,
And
I
after
think,
that
I think we
sauna,
got
I'd
it.
take a shower.
Yeah,
I don't want to get to the whole thing.
this is
It's
this
like-
is dragging on.
it's like 20 minutes long, so we didn't want to go that
Yeah.
quick. But yeah, I think he's proven that there's nobody better right now in wrestling at all. Nobody.
No, they should really put money into him.
Yeah, without a doubt.
Next year, if there's a bidding war for real, that's gonna be intense. He's gonna demand a shit ton of money.
Yeah,
And he should get it. I'll tell you right now, he should get it. But Tony Khan is a pushover. You can see by his face, he's a pushover. He's a nothing.
why is he even on
can-
camera? Why is he
can-
even
yeah.
doing any of this?
Can
Like,
Triple H handle MJF?
Oh, yeah.
I don't know.
It would come with a lot of rules.
well, yeah, he's
That's
not
the
going to be
point.
swearing and stuff. He's not going to be saying the F word and all that. But
But then right there, I don't want him in the WWE then. I don't want him there. I want him to continue to be him. I don't want him silenced or beeped or censored. I don't want any of that crap.
I don't
So
know.
it's going to be interesting to see what happens. Because, yeah, I don't want that crap. Anyway, we'll move on with Dave, are you coming or going?
What do you mean?
Are you done with your thing? Or are you heading to it?
Oh no, I'm parked outside.
Oh no, I mean, are you still have to go play?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, real quick, WrestleMania starting to heat up. That's what I wrote down. We got a couple matches I just want to bring up that we have so far. Yesterday on Raw, though, Jay Uso came back and made his decision, which we all knew what was going to happen. He kicked Sami Zayn in the fucking face and told him, "This is all about family. How dare you think I would end up with you? This is about my family," which makes total sense. This is all leading to him and Kevin Owens getting back together, even though Kevin Owens shit on him again yesterday. He said, "No, I don't want nothing to do with you." Cody Rhodes came out to help Sami Zayn, which was a little weird, sticking his nose where it don't belong. So that tag match is probably still going to happen. But announced, I want to talk about it for literally 2 seconds. That's all it's worth. The worst single match in WrestleMania history will be taking place. Brock Lesnar versus Omos. How do you book this match?
Is that the worst match in WrestleMania history?
As of right now, yeah, it's the worst match in WrestleMania history.
I don't know. I think Giant Gonzalez and Taker should be up there.
I'll disagree with that because Undertaker's in it.
Brock Lesnar's in this one.
It's not the same Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar is finisher.
Yeah, Brock doesn't have the legacy that the Undertaker has, man. I mean, as good as Brock is, and as he ended the
Brock
streak,
took the Undertaker's legacy.
Yeah, but
he beat him. He's the one in 21 or 20 whatever and 2.
Yeah, well, it had to happen.
So also we have Brock Lesnar versus Omos, which that'll probably be my take a piss match. I want nothing to do with that at all.
I'm gonna watch it. I'm interested in seeing it. I want to see how they play this out.
Well, I want to see if he can F5 that giant monster, which that's what they're gonna go for.
I mean, Brock's getting up there. Is he gonna keep doing this, or is he maybe like stepping down? And this is his step down? Is Omos gonna become this big monster attraction?
Well, that's the whole point. He has to win. If
He has
Omos
to.
doesn't win,
there's no point to the match. Yeah.
No, who cares? Who cares if they're creating a new stable with him in it? Who cares?
You don't think they're just gonna feed him to Brock?
The whole feeding to Brock thing is getting old. Like they've got to come up with something new with him because it's like Tim said, finisher, suplex,
well, Brock hasn't won a match in since like last year.
Good.
Yeah, it needs to happen.
He needs a win at one point.
So does Omos. Omos is just big and useless right now.
Yeah,
that's what he is. He doesn't need a win. What he needs is to get canned.
He's the Nigerian Gonzalez.
He is.
You put him in a flesh-colored suit, it's the same exact guy.
They're trying to make him like a giant worker, and it's not working. Like
he's not working.
Now the rumor is the Hurt Locker is going to get the Hurt Business, whatever the hell it was called, is getting back together with new members. Omos, the Street Profits, and what's his name?
The Profits?
Patrick Alexander or Shelton Benjamin?
Neither one of them. What the hell was his name?
Oh, Carmelo Hayes.
Yes, Carmelo Hayes. That's the other guy. That's
so the Street Profits are in the works here. Cool.
Probably going heel. And it's supposed to be the new, the new thing. We'll see.
I like Cedric Alexander.
I don't know. Yeah, that was all right. What else was announced yesterday? John Cena returned last night to Boston. Him and Austin Theory got face to face, which I thought was a fantastic promo. Theory challenged him, and Cena no. And he's like, "No, what do you mean no?" He's like, "Yeah, no, because no one gives a shit about you." I was like, "Oh my god," the way he said it. No one cares about you. We have to pump in crowd reaction because no one cares about your matches. I was like, "Oh shit," they went there.
John Cena said that.
Yeah, they admitted that there was fucking crowd noise being pumped in. So that right there was a shock to me.
Wow.
At the end, of course, he agreed, and he told Theory it's gonna be the worst decision in your life because if you win, you lose, and if you lose, you lose. I was like, I don't know what the win-lose means part because if he wins, he wins. That's a good thing.
Yeah.
Doesn't make any sense to me.
For the U.S. title too.
Yeah, for the U.S. title. New women's tag team champions, Eric. I don't know if you heard about this. Lita came back and is now tag champs with Becky Lynch.
Wow.
And then Trish Stratus came out to help them against Damage Control. So at WrestleMania, we're going to have Lita and Trish and Becky Lynch taking on Damage Control 3-on-3. I don't think it's Freebird rules
Who
get
who is
the
Damage
titles.
Control?
Bailey, Io Sky, and what's the other one?
Dakota Kai.
Dakota Kai.
Mm.
Is she hot, Dakota? I can't figure her out.
I like Dakota Kai.
Like 1 minute yes, 1 minute no. She's like that Jerry Seinfeld lady in the lights. She's like, oh, she's pretty good.
Jerry Seinfeld.
And then she turns her head. She's like, oh no, God.
I don't know. I don't know which one that is.
Yeah.
I just don't know why they gave a 57-year-old woman a title that can barely work.
Is
Yeah,
she
that's true.
57?
Nah, I'm just saying. But she looked awful in that match, and I was like, why are they giving them the titles?
I don't think she
Yeah.
could work great even back when she was a worker. Like I didn't think she was that great. Like
Yeah, she was
She's-
all right. I mean,
I didn't think she was.
she was good because she did the flips and she did all the dangerous shit. That's why she was over so much.
Yeah, and she was with the
basically
Hardys. That's
Yeah, she was the third Hardy basically,
yeah.
which is why they did that.
Yeah, I gotta agree with Dave. I don't think she can work that good.
I don't know why. This is kind of like what we talk about when you get Brock a title. It's like, why? Why didn't they need this title? There's so many other women on this roster that should have a match. And now they're not because we have all these three against the other three.
By the way, Eric, speaking of video games with Nick and Eli, I don't know if they're playing it. 2K23 is coming out soon, and one of the DLC characters is going to be Zeus. You get to play you get to play with Zeus this year.
Wow. Oh, we got to say hi to Elijah. Elijah's watching. Hi, Elijah.
Eli, what's up, buddy? How are you? Yeah, the old school Steiners are also another DL this year. The old school ones. That's pretty cool. So what was the other matches that we have so far? We have those two.
There was another one that was announced.
Yeah, another one was announced. What was the other one was announced? What else was there? I was trying to go real quick.
It was made by the host of WrestleMania, The Miz.
Yep.
And that is Seth freaking Rollins versus Logan Paul.
Yep. That should be another decent match.
That should be a good match.
Logan Paul's been putting his work in, so I'm not going to hate on him anymore.
Nah, he's good. He's really good. His energy drink's good too.
He's better than most guys who've been, there trying to wrestle.
Yep.
He's been better than most of them.
There's a couple guys that can take some work, can take some notes from Logan Paul.
What's Nick saying down there?
Zeus.
Oh yeah, Zeus is he's a old school wrestler. I'll have to show you, buddy, when we watch wrestling on Saturday. I'll show you who Zeus was.
And movie star.
Movie star. Tiny Lister. He was in Friday. And,
Show him No Holds Barred.
No Holds Barred.
Show him No Holds Barred to Dookie. Maybe he'll like the Dookie scene.
He might.
That's right about his age range. I like the Dookie scene, so he's right there. Frank saying this year's WrestleMania probably one of the worst. We can't really say that yet. Yeah.
Not yet. It's definitely not the best, but
yeah. Of course, we got Roman versus Cody Rhodes. That one's already gone. I had the list, and now I can't find my list.
We have Charlotte versus Rhea for the SmackDown Women's Championship, and Asuka versus Bianca Belair for the Raw Women's Championship.
I feel like every pay-per-view for the last year and a half, 2 years has basically the same matches, except for Cody and Roman.
And considering it's 2 nights, you would think it would be not have that feeling.
Yeah, but it does. It's it's not. I don't know. WWE. That's the one thing WWE's lacking on is the mixing up stuff and
plus having
good storylines.
We're leading into a 5-man ladder match for the IC title.
Is that I think is going to be?
Well, all those guys came running out claiming they want the title. They want the title. So I'm thinking it's going to be a ladder or something along those lines. So why would they bring all those guys out?
Because I saw the rumor was it Sheamus, McIntyre, and Gunther, and I thought that would have been fine. Who else are they trying to add to this?
Well, because the New Day guys came out, but Kofi got hurt. He got hurt somewhere, so I don't know what they're going to do with that now.
Oh, so it'd just be Xavier if they add it.
Yeah, so I don't know. It could be.
I'm going to leave it as a triple threat. Those guys don't need anyone else. They can put on a show. They don't need a ladder either. They'll put a hard-hitting barn burner, no matter what.
It's true. We'll see, but at least come through. The IC title will be fucking defended at WrestleMania. That'll probably be the first match when it's still light out, people still getting to their seats. They disrespect that title so bad the last few years. Remember, Moxley was the first match at WrestleMania a couple years ago. He had the IC title. There was barely anybody in the seats yet. and it was daylight out, and he walked out. I was like, "Are you kidding me? This is the first." Now Moxie being first, I get because he fucking blows. Sorry,
Yeah.
I had the kids are watching. I have to watch my mouth now. But
Come
the
on.
kid-
He had a good. He put over Hangman. Come on. We should
They're
give
teenagers.
we should give Moxley some credit that he actually did not win and he tapped out.
I'll give him credit for tapping out. I'll give him credit for that nonsense.
But was the IC title on last year? I can't remember now.
Last year, I don't remember.
I don't
See,
remember.
the last IC match I really remember was that one where he was first.
That's the problem with all these WrestleManias and these pay-per-views. They're not memorable because it's like recycled. You know what I mean? It's like I still think there's too many pay-per-views. I think they should shorten them and focus on getting the talent over and then building up to it, because it's like you're not really building up to anything like with a pay-per-view every 3 weeks. Like I said, I don't know. That's just me.
But that's really I don't know. I had the list.
Well, this month has no pay-per-view.
Yeah, they skipped. They ducked one out of this month to build up to WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Which thank God they had to do. Oh, Bobby Lashley is taking on Bray Wyatt. Nobody cares.
That hasn't been announced yet, right?
It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. I mean, that's what's gonna be next. Bray got jumped by Uncle Howdy the other day. Not actually Bray. Like, this is a storyline I was really looking forward to, but at this moment, I don't fucking care.
I wonder who Uncle Howdy is. Is it Bo Dallas?
I think it's Bo Dallas.
I think so too.
Is he skinny and like slender? Like, is it?
Yeah, he is.
Okay, so it's probably Bo Dallas.
Yeah, we know that too. Saudi Arabia this year, it's going to be the king and queen of the ring. That was also announced, but Saudi Arabia, blood money. Whatever. Who cares? Morons. So, so WrestleMania is only a few short weeks away. I'm looking forward to it though. Hopefully they pull out some surprises. I'm looking forward to the Monday after, because that's where we're going to have our CM Punk, Jay White's, whoever else they're signing or not signing or bringing back or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know. Real quick too, I just want to mention the Chyna bio was on this weekend. Sad, very sad.
I haven't watched any of them yet. I got to get up on these.
Yeah, I'm not gonna get into detail. I'm just gonna say it was good though. They showed a lot of cool footage of her training with Killer Kowalski, which I thought was real cool.
Cool.
Because you don't see a lot of that old school stuff, especially with like someone like Kowalski, who's fucking kayfabe till he died.
Yeah.
You if you didn't know about that school, it's not like he was on TV going, "Come to my school." That would have to be like an inside thing. If you didn't know about a school back then, you just didn't know about it.
It's like when I trained. It's like it wasn't advertised whenever it was word of mouth.
Yeah, it's word of mouth, and that's how they like to keep it that way. So that, but the Chyna was really good. They talked a lot about it's tragic, man. Just a tragic figure. It was horrible what happened to her. But the guy who was filming the documentary about her before she died should get gonorrhea and rot in hell.
Oh boy.
He is a fucking horrible human being.
What?
He knew she had drug problem, and he pushed her out there to do this documentary. Instead of getting her help, he pushed her to do appearance after appearance after appearance and she was exhausted. She was fucked up. They
talk about this?
Yeah, and she was on. Remember they put her on Stern, and then X-Pac called in to defend himself about that. That was a whole big.
Was that Stern or was that Sam and?
Stern. Stern was the first one.
Stern,
I think. Was it Sam? What was it, Sam and them?
I think it was Sam and Jim Norton.
Oh yeah, it might have been. Yeah, you're right. You're right. They talk about all that stuff.
Was that documentary not happening anymore?
No, it never happened, I guess. But the end of the documentary is he walks in and finds her dead. They show the footage of him walking in, but they don't show her dead, obviously. But they actually show the footage. He had a guy film on the cell phone because when you're gonna get a hold of her after a couple days, instead of going and make sure she's okay, he had to tell the guy, film this, just in case.
That's fucked up.
Because he probably knew she was in there dead. And he's like, "Oh, you make sure you film this just in case." And it opens up. First of all, he called her Chyna, which I think is disrespectful. She wasn't even Chyna anymore. She didn't have the right to use that name.
Yeah.
He opens the door, goes, "Chyna, are you here, Chyna?" And the door was unlocked. And he walked right in, and that's when it cuts because he found her dead in the bed.
That's bullshit.
But this piece of shit had to bring the guy with the fucking camera to make sure, because he probably knew she was dead when there was something wrong. And yeah, he pushed her and pushed her and pushed her. Instead of getting her help, he pushed her over the edge, and that was it.
Wow.
So I mean, this is one of those guys where you see him on the screen, and he's sitting on this, doing these interviews like, yeah, man, I was good for her, and we're doing this documentary, and all you want to do is fucking grab him by the face and choke him out because he's a piece of shit.
So
And
did this one have a dark side of the ring feel to it?
yes, the ending did. The ending did very much.
I'm
And
surprised. Well, is there gonna? They announced some of the new Dark Side of the Rings. Is she on one of them?
Well, they did a whole separate China special on that channel on Vice.
Oh,
If
oh,
you
they
look it
did?
up, it's a 2-hour China bio,
Oh
and
wow.
they had a lot of the same footage. But yeah, this guy's just a piece of shit, and
Wow.
he's acting like he was her best friend, and all he gave a shit about was this documentary and exposing her and making money off her. He actually took China to WWE headquarters, and they show it. And they walked in there with a camera. They tried to get an interview, and they got denied. They got pushed out. They said, get out of here with that. You can't come in here. And they won't see us. Triple H won't see us, and this one won't see us. It's like, yeah, dude, you fucking rolling in there with a camera, trying to make a name for yourself with China, who looks like she's fucking been up for 4 days doing blow, and who knows what the fuck she's doing.
Yeah,
It's tragic. It really is fucking tragic to watch.
it is.
So, but I highly recommend it because it's good TV, and if you're a fan, it's also good to watch. So, I recommend watching it at least.
So after there's only been 3, right? It's been Jake, China, and
NWO.
NWO. How do you rank them thus far? Since I think you're a little missing all 3.
I would say, well, like entertainment value.
Just like
The best to worst.
like
I would go
documentary-wise, probably great.
Jake, China, NWO, because NWO didn't have really any a few new things I wasn't aware of, but not mostly the shit that you already see on the network.
Yeah.
But Jake was very good because it dug deep. China dug deep because they're more depressing than they are anything else.
I feel like
there's documentary.
I feel like the NWO. It's like the Montreal screw job. Like there's not much more. You know what I
No,
mean?
yeah, because you remember the NWO had their own DVD. They had their own chapter in the Monday Night War. They have their own this, and the Click
Well, I
talks
mean,
about
you
it
got
constantly.
Bischoff's got a podcast. Nash has a podcast.
Yeah.
Hogan's on all the podcasts. It's like it's just I don't know.
There was nothing really that new in the NWO one. So the Jake one, and because the Jake goes deeper into his dad. I was telling Eric last week, Dave, he goes a little bit deeper into his father than the Dark Side of the Ring. Just basically now he's a fucking pedophile and he's raping girls, and it's like, ooh, like it's like,
Oh,
oh,
man.
and then his mother raped him because his father wanted her to, and it's like you can't say no to this guy because he's a goddamn 7-foot monster who could twist his mother into a pretzel if he felt like it. It's
What
hard.
kind of fucking sick world, man?
Dude, sicko. He was a sick human being.
I mean, the fact that Jake can talk about it today is pretty, impressive because I feel like most people, if that happened to them, they would have been off the deep end right now.
Yeah, well, he did go off the deep end. Don't forget, he did.
Oh yeah, he went crazy.
He was smoking crack.
That's what I'm saying. So some people wouldn't be alive after that, or even want to talk about it, reminisce about her. It's crazy.
And he talks about he has 4 kids. 2 of them don't even talk to him. Still, they're still too scarred to even bother with him. But he is good with his 2 sons, and his 2 sons.
Hey, did you read he's back with Cheryl Roberts?
Yeah, he just got back with Cheryl. That's like shocking. Shocking. But Dave, that special is where we come up with the idea for our new. Well, I'm not going to say it, but we know what you were talking about.
I heard. I saw.
Because Jake only speaks in fucking in promos. Through the whole documentary, he only speaks promo. He does not speak normal. It's fantastic.
I'll try to watch that one tonight. I saw the NWO one. I haven't seen any of the Rivals one. The only one that I'm interested in really watching of the 3 that have come out is Hogan and Andre, because I feel like the other 2 are like it was Cena and Rock. Like, okay, I didn't know they were that big rivals. And then I saw the one for this week, and it's Triple H and Batista. I'm like, what?
Batista is probably going to be the first Hall of Famer announced.
Yeah,
that's probably why they're doing that one.
I think the Hall of Fame's a joke anymore. Anyway, like the people that should have been like highlighted in it are some of them aren't even in it, and like the ones they're letting in, like I don't know.
Well, when they build the physical Hall of Fame, we got to go.
When they do that, we got to go. Yeah, we
Supposedly
definitely
they
got to
are.
go.
So either Orlando or Connecticut. We'll see which one where it's going to be.
I hope it's Connecticut. I
Oh,
hope.
it's Orlando.
I really hope it's Connecticut.
So yeah, Jake speaks in promos is fucking phenomenal. Yeah, the Andre Hogan one was good because I was telling Eric too. They show a lot of not just WrestleMania 3 and the main event. They show a lot of the stuff they did in Japan and the Shea Stadium and all the stuff they fought in between. It's good footage. It's real good footage. Just like the China with the Killer Kowalski was real good footage. So go watch those. Those are fantastic. Yeah, so let's get into some crazy stuff there, Eric. Dave, are you heading out to go bowling while we discuss an old AWA pay-per-view?
Yeah, it's pool, not bowling.
Pool, I'm sorry. I don't know which one doing. I thought you had a bowling shirt on.
No, this is
It
my
looked like a
work
bowling
shirt.
shirt.
It-
Oh, it
like,
looked like,
when,
it looked
so
like a bowling shirt.
funny enough, you say that. When they got us these new shirts, like at the end of last year, I was like, they look like we're a freaking bowling team. Why did they pick these shirts?
Yeah,
Like, oh,
that's
we
what
love
they
them.
do.
I'm like, they look terrible. Look like I'm an alley cat strike over here.
You do look like you were getting ready to bowl against the Pink Ladies for alley domination.
All right, fellas. Well, I gotta run. It was a pleasure. Have a great rest of the show, and we'll be talking in the chats, and hopefully,
And you two, don't forget, March 14th. It's coming out. It's coming fast. I hope you two are getting your witnesses together, all your info, because it's the trial of the Ultimate Warrior.
I'm prepared. It's not going to be good for you, Dave.
oh, it's not gonna be good for the Ultimate Mid Carder, but that's a whole other story.
I have very, very strong character witnesses. So 2 already.
Can't wait.
That's right. March 14th, this guy versus this guy with me as the judge, and we'll have plenty of witnesses. I am going to shoot it right down the middle. Right down the middle. I will declare
I
main
hope,
event Hall of Famer.
because I'm still
overrated
skeptical,
mid-carder.
Tim, I'm still skeptical because
Listen, if you change my mind, you change my mind.
you've publicly denounced the Warrior, so it's
That's true, but I am open. I am open. I can be swayed.
I hope
can
so.
Be swayed. I can be swayed.
I hope so.
easily.
Because I will
Right
call a
down the
mistrial
middle.
right in the middle of it.
Right.
I will call a mistrial.
I'm going to be right down the middle. So I'm going to declare either he is the Hall of Famer that he is, or the Ultimate Mid Carder, as Dave says. Those are going to be the 2 verdicts. So everyone should stay tuned. Well, everyone should stay tuned for that simply because you're all going to be fucking witnesses. Frank, you better be ready. You might be called to you might be subpoenaed.
Yep.
Especially because you're an old school guy.
Not by me.
We're gonna be Big Daddy style. We're just gonna call you up randomly from the crowd, be like, "You, get up to the stands."
Yep. So everybody be ready. We might be shooting that code out to your email. You got to sign on immediately.
Listen, I went full Johnny Cochran, and you guys are in big trouble, man. I'm telling you.
There you go. If we would have had longer, I would have sent out fucking jury duty notices. Everybody, here you go. Get ready. Everybody, get ready.
If the tassels do not fit, you must acquit.
All right, fellas.
All right,
Have
Dave.
the rest of your show.
All right, Dave.
Talk to you later.
Fun
Enjoy
bowling,
the pool.
darts, pool, whatever it is you're doing. Catch you later. All right, that was fun. All right, Eric, here it is. We've been waiting for this. We've been waiting for the old school stuff.
Yes.
AWA. And let me tell you something right now. The AWA is some pretty cool shit on there.
It does. It has some good. They have a lot of good stuff. It's
cool,
amazing
like
why they didn't make it. I don't understand how they didn't do better. But it's because Gagne, didn't book people right, and he just didn't want to pay anybody.
Oh, is that what it was? You think?
I think Vern Gagne was too. Vern didn't roll with the times. Like he missed the boat on Hogan. He could have put the title on him and made a lot of money with him, and they would have been probably neck and neck with WWF. I think he let his son make decisions, and I don't think his son had any business making executive decisions like that. And like I said, he wasn't putting the right guys over. I mean, the Rocker, he had Shawn Michaels there. He had the Rockers. You know what I mean?
And what's funny about that is that when you watch all those Rockers matches, it was there. And at that time, you could see
how great Shawn was, man.
not that I said you could see how great Marty Jannetty was. If Marty Jannetty had an inkling of a personality, things might have flipped the other way.
They would have been different because Marty actually was a better worker at that time than Shawn was. Like
at that time, I would agree. At that time,
yeah, even Marty could hold up to him if he wasn't like had shitty ankles and he was on coke all the time. Like he would have been a lot better.
Yeah, I would say so. So AWA's big event was called Superclash. We're going to talk about number 1 and number 2 tonight, and we'll get into 3. 3 I haven't had a chance to watch. I'm going to watch 3 probably. I've been busy at work. I've actually had work to do instead of sitting around doing nothing. I mean, they've been running my ass around the last couple of days.
So Superclash 3, you're gonna like that, man. You're gonna be like, what the fuck? When you see some of the matches and see who's on, you're gonna be like, are you kidding me?
That's cool. That's what I'm looking forward to. Yeah, because I was shocked how many people went through AWA before they got to WWF or WCW, whatever. So you were talking about this, and it made me laugh right away because it was the first match of Superclash. Steven Regal, he defeats Brad Reagan. Reagan, oh, is it Reagan's? Okay. For the AWA World Lightweight Heavyweight Championship. And what was the one thing you told me about this guy?
He's the original Steve Regal.
Well, didn't you tell me this was the pedophile dude?
No, that's Buck Zumhoff.
Oh, I thought you were talking about this guy. That was Superclash 2.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, he's the pedophile. All right, we'll talk about him in a minute then. So yeah, Steven Regal, man. Steven Regal was looking good.
Yeah. Yeah, Mr. Electric, Steve Regal. He's the original Steve Regal. Obviously, Steven Regal, William Regal, that we know, didn't originally have that name. Mr. Electric, Steve Regal. He actually did matches in WWF, like enhancement matches. So,
really,
he was a star in the AWA. Yeah, Mr. Electric, Steve Regal.
So wait a minute, what's Regal's real name now? Is it William or is it Steven?
His name's Darren Matthews. So he just used.
That's confusing.
Well, that's his real name, but he used Lord Steven Regal as his name over in England, unaware that there was already a Steve Regal over here.
So when he went to WWE the first time, they changed it to William, not to be distracted with the other Steven. Okay.
Yeah, actually, and he wasn't Steven; he was just Steve, Mr. Electric, Steve Regal.
Okay.
But still, I think it was like they're probably like, look, you're not Steven Regal, you're William Regal.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is smart. Which is smart.
Yep. Not a bad match though. 8:15.
8:15. Not too bad.
The AWA Women's Championship. Sherry Martel. Sherry was okay. She wasn't.
She was a good worker.
She was a nasty bitch too. I mean, we all know how she was anyway. But she was tough. She tough. She beat up on Candy Divine.
Candy Divine. Well, I remember seeing her name I knew all these people, not just from the After magazines, but like when I'd see it once in a while. Like I didn't know a lot about the women back then because, women went in like waves. Like there'd be a bunch of women's wrestling, then there wouldn't be any. But I always remember seeing her in the magazines.
Yeah, she was a bunch of different names too. She had.
Yeah.
That was all right. That match was 11:45. That shocked me because the women's matches were usually 4 or 5 minutes.
Yeah, 8 minutes tops. I mean, this was an 11.5-minute match. Like it was like, a Broadway.
Yeah. Next up, we have the IWA World Heavyweight Championship. I remember you told me about this. They had this different organizations running in and out of the one company.
Yep.
And here's one for you, Frank. Not Frank. I was gonna say this is for Jaime, but he's not here. Mil Mascaras defeated Buddy Roberts.
Buddy Jack.
Yep. Mascaras, right? Has I hit Mascaras?
Mil Mascaras.
Mascaras. Okay.
Yeah, we us American white guys would say Mil Mascaras or whatever.
Yeah.
But it's Mil Mascaras, the man of 1,000 masks.
Yes, that's right. I actually knew that from where did I see that before? I think Rey Mysterio was talking about it, and it always stuck in my head. So 6:57. So look, the women got 11:45. That was only 7 minutes.
Yeah, that was quick. Well, Mil Mascaras had a reputation of not being easy to work with. He wouldn't lose. He wouldn't sell. and he didn't put anybody but himself over. So that's why he is always floating around to different places. He was an
And
attraction.
is there
but
also
he was-
a lot of them? There's a whole family of mascara, whatever the hell they're called.
I think he has relative. I think Alberto Del Rio is his nephew or something.
Okay.
But like there's only one Mil Mascaras, and he's
Okay.
like I said,
I thought they were a bunch of them, like the Guerreros. Like there's just a bunch of them running around.
no, I think he's the only one. Like I said, I think his nephew is Alberto Del Rio.
Alberto
Yep.
Del Rio.
Yep.
Here's this next one was a cool match. You got Greg Gagne, Scott Hall,
Hmm.
and Kurt Hennig. That's right, Mr. Perfect, and Razor Ramon defeated Ray Stevens. Every time I hear Ray Stevens, I think of the singer, by the way.
Yeah. Oh, Ray the Crippler. Yeah.
Yeah. Nick Bockwinkel and Larry freaking Zbyszko.
Oh yeah, Larry was a mainstay in AWA. So was Bockwinkel. He's a champion.
Yeah, Dr. Gaunt was the champion. I can't believe. They all look alike back then too. Bockwinkel, the old Playboy Buddy Rose. They all look alike.
They all had like the bleach blonde hair. The
Bleached blonde with a little curl.
They were big, but they weren't like cut up. Like they looked like wrestlers. They looked like a wrestler.
Yeah, I love seeing
Yeah.
Scott Hall and Kurt Hennig. By the way,
How jacked was Scott Hall?
Scott Hall was huge.
Dude, he was
Huge.
super jacked.
And Kurt was Kurt, man. Kurt, you knew from the start that dude was going to be fucking one of the best.
He even like you said, that match, he was phenomenal in that match.
I'm moving him to the top of my list of should have been world champions.
Yeah,
I really am.
Kurt could have really, had he not had like, he tried to get over with the insurance thing, and then he got into drugs and stuff. It's just too bad. It's too bad the path that went down. But
and Hogan standing in everybody's way.
Oh, of course. I mean,
Let me not say Hogan. Hulkamania standing in everybody's way, I should say.
True.
I won't blame him completely because Vince was involved in that shit too.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's always good to see Scott Hall and Kurt Hennig from back in the day. Shows you how good they were then and how good they were later on in life. Next up, we got two little guys, and I had no idea there was a World Midgets Championship. By the way,
I'd heard there was, and I guess I should have remembered, but
and it says the NWA world, so the NWA now has a belt in this pay per view also.
Oh yeah, no, there's a lot of, like I said, a lot of cross promotion in these.
Oh yeah, the next one, even the next one. Watch the next one too. But this one, it's the fact that I want this belt. I want a belt that says World Midgets Champion.
That's so great. I wonder where that belt is. That'd be a fun relic to find.
I'm gonna have to do some research and see if I can find a midgets title. I think it's the funniest thing I've ever seen in my life.
That would be great.
But yeah, Little Tokyo and Little T weren't they both involved at WrestleMania 3 or just Little Tokyo?
Just Little Tokyo. I don't think Little T was there, unless he had a different name.
That could have been. Yeah. So I said, speaking of titles, another title match. This is a 6-man tag for the Asian 6-man tag team championship. Again, I had no idea that the trios went back that far.
Oh yeah,
I'm new to that part. Jumbo Tsuruta, Giant Baba, who I like, and Genshiro Tenryu defeated Harley Race, Bill Irwin, and Scott.
Yeah, the Long Riders, right?
Yep.
Scott Hogg Irwin and Wild Bill.
That's fucking pretty cool.
And that wasn't IWGP. That would have been All Japan, right?
It just says Asian 6-man tag champion. It doesn't even say anything else.
Baba was, I think, New Japan or All Japan. Baba was one of them. Baba was the one, and All Japan was the other one. There were two of them.
He was 6'10".
Giant Baba was, yeah. A kayfabe. I think he was like 6'8".
That's still pretty. For a Japanese dude, that's big.
Yeah, and he wasn't like fat either. He was just a skinny big guy. Like,
yeah, but that's pretty cool to watch. That another cool type match to watch.
Yeah.
Here we go. Another Federation Championship. This is pretty cool. That's what I like about this, though. Even though I hate Ring of Honor mixing with AEW, this is pretty cool. This is for the WCCW Texas Championship.
Yep.
And it's Eric's boy, Kerry Von Erich. He pinned Jimmy Garvin with Precious.
Gorgeous Jimmy.
Don't Don't forget about Precious. 7 minutes long only.
Yeah, that's a quick one. Kerry was over, huh?
Yeah, where was this? Where did this take place? In Chicago.
Chicago, Comiskey Park, right?
I'm gonna say if this. Yeah, if this was Texas, that'd have been fucking crazy.
No, but he was still over in Chicago. Like he was.
Oh yeah.
Fucking Kerry was amazing, dude.
So I like watching them back in the day. I like watching the Von Erichs.
Real quick, Tim. The reason for the cross territorial cross company things is, well, the AWA and NWA always crossed a little bit, but this was at the point where Vince was like skyrocketing, and they wanted to. All the other promotions wanted to compete with him. So what they tried to do was put together super cards and give the boys a good payday, get a good gate, and maybe compete with Vince. But obviously they couldn't, because I think Vern Gagne had the final booking say. So I think that's probably why.
Well, again, here's another one. Here comes the NWA 6-man tag championship. Again, didn't know NWA had a 6-man tag title either.
Oh yeah.
But
Road Warriors and Dusty Rhodes used to have it.
Oh yeah. Well, they had this one had the Russian team, Crusher Khrushchev, Ivan Koloff, and Nikita Koloff.
Yep.
I love the fact that Nikita Koloff's like not even close to being Russian.
Oh yeah.
Defeated Crusher, Dick the Bruiser, and Baron von Raschke.
Yeah, the Crusher. Now you don't know much about the Crusher or Dick the Bruiser, right? Like you don't remember any of that?
No, Baron von Raschke I know very much about. The other two, no.
Crusher was the man who made Milwaukee famous, big time in the AWA back in the 60s and 70s. Dick the Bruiser ran the Indianapolis territory, and he used to run concurrent with Vern Gagne, so he's in the AWA a lot. And the Crusher and Dick the Bruiser were tag team partners all the time.
Cool.
They were big dudes.
Yeah.
Like they just looked tough.
A $10,000 body slams match. Jerry Blackwell defeated Kamala. Kamala, I guess after Andre, Kamala doesn't seem like big deal to slam. Okay, I guess back in the day it was.
Yeah.
Kamala's a big guy.
He is.
And he had Sheik Adnan with him.
Sheik Adnan El Kessi, yep, who later became General Adnan in the WWF.
He's a big dude. I seen Superclash 2. He was the opening match.
Yeah, he's a big guy. He's
huge.
a big guy. He's
I
jacked.
He was that fucking big.
No.
So yeah, Jerry Blackwell won that one by slamming him. Next up, again, another tag. See, this is what's cool though. Every match is for a title.
Yeah.
Almost every match is for a title or has a gimmick to it. This one's for the AWA World Tag Team Championship. The Road Warriors, baby. Now this is the real Road Warriors.
Yeah.
Alamo the Hawk, and they beat the Freebirds, Michael Hayes and Terry Gordy by disqualification. They won, but still they won.
They still won. Yep.
Great though. It's great watching that tag team.
Yeah.
They got too watered down for me in WWE. They were just.
They did. They got Vinced.
Yeah, plastic fucking shoulder pads. Come on, really?
Yeah. I don't know. That's it. Giving candy to kids and shit and fucking kissing old ladies. Like,
that's why they don't make my list. Legion of Doom doesn't make my list. Road Warriors will make my list.
Road Warriors,
Legion of Doom don't make my list at all.
No.
Next up, we have for the AWA America Championship. I guess it's like the U.S. title, America's Championship.
Yeah, I think so.
Sergeant Slaughter, good old Sarge.
Good old Sarge.
Defeated Boris Zukov. Now, this is weird, though. This is 1985.
Yep.
He wasn't in WWE. I could have swore he was in WWF before that.
He was in 84, and they let him go because he wanted to do both G.I. Joe and WWF, but Vince wanted a piece of the pie. And Sarge said, well, no, they want to deal with me. And I think Vince had a chance to make a little money off of it, but Vince wanted the lion's share, and Sarge is like, no, So
I agree.
Sarge is smart. Sarge is smart. Like,
yeah, it's like, dude, this is a once in a lifetime thing that has nothing to do with you. I'm doing it myself.
Yeah.
Excuse me. I didn't mean to burp. I was listening to us, by the way, on the audio version the other day, and I was like, well, I got to stop like burping and making noises because it sounds horrible in the audio version.
You were or we were?
We both were.
We both were? Okay. I was going to say, I know I do it a lot. Yeah, I know I do it a lot.
So anyone listening to us on audio, we apologize for that stuff, but whatever. Nick Bockwinkel worked for AWA. Yeah, everyone seems to be bouncing around, Frank.
Yep.
I recommend AWA if you have Peacock. If you have the WWE number, go watch some of these old matches. They're pretty cool.
Yeah, they're great.
The next one, 20-minute match this was, and you knew it was going to be. Singles match for the NWA World Championship. Ric Flair defeated Magnum TA. What can you say about Ric Flair?
Well, I mean, having him and Magnum on the same thing is pretty cool.
They should do something like this. I mean, looking at this now, if these guys could fucking swallow their egos, and you can get a pay-per-view like this where every fucking match is for a title and a killer crossover, this would be one of the biggest things that ever happened. Because I think this is pretty cool. So Ric Flair won that one, 20-minute match, no problem. And the last match, which I don't know how this is the last match, no offense to Rick Martel and Stan Hansen, but this is the last match for the AWA World Heavyweight Championship. And it's only 2 minutes and 30 seconds.
Yeah.
And they fought to a double disqualification.
That's crazy because Hansen usually just gets out there and stomps mud holes in people.
Because I was like, wow, 2:30.
Yeah, was he? I missed most of this match. Was he chewing?
Of course.
Yeah, he had the big.
Of course he was.
Jaw, the cowbell.
All right, so let's move on to Superclash 2. This was in California in 1987. They took a year off, I guess.
San Fran, right? Cow Palace.
Cow Palace in Daly City, California. Yeah, you are correct, sir. Yeah, this is the one I was watching right before I got out of work today. Yeah, the first match you said, Sheik Adnan Al-Kaisi defeated the pedophile Buck Zumhole. When did he was discovered as a pedophile?
So what happened? I was watching YouTube. I was just skimming YouTube years ago, and on the wrestling news, it came up, and they profiled it a little bit. So then, as time went on, a couple people made different videos about it, and dude, he's a fucking sick fuck, man. He's a sick fuck.
He got caught though, jail, all that stuff, or
yeah, he's in fucking prison, dude. He's
good.
He is not. I don't think he's getting out either. You should see his mug shots and shit. Dude, he just looks like a creepy fuck, man.
Well, then that means we were rooting for the Sheik in this match.
Yeah, we're totally rooting for the Sheik.
Yeah, 10:45 that match. That was a lot. I thought that match was way too long for the opening match.
Yeah,
gotta be honest.
Yeah.
Next
opening matches should be quick.
And even this one, the first two matches right here. DJ Peterson wrestled the Super Ninja.
Yeah.
To a time limit draw. These first two matches were like, really?
Yeah, they were snooze fest, dude.
I was like, dude, really? This is what I have to watch?
Yeah.
I was trying to stay awake in today.
Yeah.
So they were
super.
Especially when you get the Super Ninja stuff. They were trying to capitalize on that Bruce Lee boom in the '80s and all that shit. So
yeah, the action hero
thing.
Yeah.
The kids love ninjas.
Oh yeah.
I love me a ninja, so that was pretty cool.
I like me a ninja, but not the Super Ninja.
Yeah, exactly. Next up, Sherry Martel defeated a good old friend Medusa, but now she was known as Medusa Maselli.
Yep, which was a good match actually.
It was, and Sherry cheated to win.
Yep.
Rolled her up, pulled the tights.
It was they were wearing such 80s stuff, their hair, their makeup.
Their hair, yeah. And Medusa hit her with the airplane. That was a fucking heavy duty airplane spin.
Dude, that went on for about 15 seconds. I mean, I was getting dizzy.
She did it pretty cool. I was like, wow, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And next up, we got another one. Kurt Hennig defeated Nick Bockwinkel in the singles match for the AWA World Heavyweight title. And this is a 26-minute match.
26-minute. But, Tim, what happened?
I forgot. Remind me real quick.
Well, remember Zbyszko came out in the beginning and challenged the winner.
Oh, the winner challenged the winner.
He was being slighted, and he's the number one contender.
By the way, great
match went on, and then members of Zbyszko passed Kurt the roll of quarters, and then they were all over the floor. And then Ray Stevens, who was doing commentating, ran up into the ring and threw a fit. So remember the the president of the championship committee.
Yeah.
I mean, some fucking old man with a perm and a mustache who couldn't even talk. He's like,
Fake Jack
well,
Tunney.
yeah, worse than Jack Tunney. But anyway, they declared it a mismatch, and they held the title up until further investigation. I think Hennig ended up getting it, though, because I remember he was champ for a while.
26 minutes. So the first three matches, well, first four, 10:45, 15, 11, and then 26.
Yeah.
That's a long night. That's like a long night right there.
Well, Bockwinkel was known for them. Like,
And this is like nowhere near as good as the first one. There's like barely did that. There's only 7 matches.
yeah, I thought Superclash 1 and 3 were way better than 2.
Well, I'm gonna watch 3 tomorrow. We'll cover
Three.
three. We'll cover 3 next week.
Dude, 3 is so good. You're gonna like that one the best.
But the next one was a pretty cool one. 6-man tag. Here we go. The Midnight Rockers. Shawn Michaels, Mark Janelli, and Ray Stevens defeated Buddy Wolf, Doug Summers, and Kevin Kelly.
Yep, Mr. Magnificent. Who, Tim? What's the trivia with him?
Tell me. You know, I like to hear your stuff.
Mr. Magnificent Kevin Kelly is the future Nails.
Really?
Yes, he is.
That's pretty cool.
Yep.
This
Big guy.
It's a great name. By the way, you should put that as one of your hosts one week. One of your names one week.
Mr. Magnificent?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
That's a great name.
That is a great name.
Next up, Jerry Blackwell pinned Boris Zukov.
Yep. Yeah, that was a bathroom break.
Yeah, this wasn't a good pay-per-view, this one.
No,
one was outstanding.
Yeah, this is poorly booked.
Yeah, and the last match was Jimmy Snuka and Russ Francis defeated the Terrorist and the Mercenary.
And the Mercenary. I fucking laughed at that when I saw him. Like, the fucking Mercenary? Like,
you have the Terrorist and the Mercenary just team up together.
one usually goes after the other, but they're like, well, let's have a tag team.
Yeah, we want to beat up Jimmy Snuka and fucking Russ Francis, so we'll team up together.
Now, to whoever booked its credit, the only thing that they did do right is put Russ Francis in there because he was a San Fran superstar. The 49ers?
Oh, yeah.
He was like really over. And, you know, he got a good pop from the crowd, too, Russ Francis.
I can imagine. Yeah, he's a tight end for the Patriots and the 49ers.
Yep. And that was it.
Yeah. That was it. That compares nowhere near as good as the first one.
No, the first one was so much better.
So much better. But I love watching these old ones. Like I said, I highly recommend going back and watching all this old stuff. It's pretty fucking cool to watch, especially like, you know, your rockers and your stuff like that. And you'll be amazed at how many people actually went through AWA.
Yeah, and the other thing is,
even before Superclash, you'll see Hogan, you'll see Andre, you'll see all those guys all going through AWA. It's fantastic.
Oh, it's unreal. Like the people that use Ken Patera, like all these guys, Jesse Ventura, all these guys, Adrian Adonis. There were so many people that came through from the AWA. And like, cause dude, the AWA was big until like 84, 85. Then it just started to, you know, like everything Vince crushed everybody, you know? So.
Yep. Dusty Rose, baby. He went through that too.
He was there. He did a couple of spots. Hey, I can't wait until you watch number 3 because you're going to be like, wow. Because like I said, it's the CWF, I think, which is CWA was Continental Wrestling Association. The WCCW is in it, which they were about to merge to become the USWA, but they didn't yet. And so you had CWF, I can't remember what that was. It was Central or something. It wasn't Continental because Continental was CWA. Central Wrestling Federation or something. I can't remember. Coastal. But it was CWF, CWA, WCCW, AWA, and there was one more. I can't remember what it was, but they were all the territories that were, getting together. But dude, this one was fantastic, and you're gonna have some what the fuck.
Good. I'll take some good notes for that one then.
You really should because you're not gonna believe some of the people that were in it.
Frank, I have no clue. Like you said, like Eric said before, their picking process is we don't know.
Yeah.
I wish they'd make up with Demolition so Demolition can get in.
I wish so too, and I wish that I want Corny to be in it.
How he's not in it is disgusting, to be honest with you.
I just don't understand. Like the women that they put in, and then they haven't put Corny in yet. It's just like it just blows my mind.
I think they're afraid of his Hall of Fame speech. To be honest with you,
What do you give me a quickly, just real quick? Like Jim Cornette just got introduced by let's say
who would induct Jim Cornette?
who would induct Jim Cornette? Probably would it be like Ric Flair or maybe Jeff Jarrett? I don't know. So say Flair inducts Jim Cornette, and here he is, Jim Cornette.
Well, if but I think first he'd be calm.
Right. So what would he first do?
But then the first thing that would pop out would be like, and let me tell you something, fucking Vince Russo, whatever the fuck you are. Then he would go off on a fucking tangent of like you've never seen before in your life. I'm gonna piss on your fucking grave.
Gee, motherfucker.
This motherfucker. He gets high pitched, he gets higher and higher, and so like everyone has to hold their ears.
Oh, dude, it's when he goes off, dude, it's so great.
So, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to be our show for tonight. Next week, we're going to stick with keeping you updated on WrestleMania, on who said on the Hall of Fame, on the new matches that are getting brought in. But next week, we're going to continue with our Superclash watch. Is there a 4? How many Superclashes were there?
I think there were 3, and then they did like I think that was the last like big thing they did.
Well, we'll do Superclash 3, and we're up to WrestleMania 10.
10.
So we will bring those 2 fun-loving pay-per-views for you next week, and we'll keep you updated with all that stuff. And like I said, don't forget, in what are we, 2 weeks away? Oh no, we're a week away. It's next week.
It's next week is the trial, dude.
Oh, so next week is only one thing going on next week, and that is the trial of the Ultimate Warrior. We'll have to pick up our rewatch the following week.
Yep.
So everyone has to watch in. Make sure you tell all your friends to watch it because we're gonna need as many witnesses as possible. You're all subpoenaed. You're all getting your jury duty notices.
Everybody.
It is the trial of the Ultimate Warrior. It's going to be fantastic.
And we want to hear from you. We want the comments. We want you chiming in on the Facebook. Everything. We'll make a big post about it. Get everybody amped up. Matter of fact, we should do that tomorrow, Tim.
I think that's a good idea. And I'm going to have the boss put on some sound effects of a gavel and stuff like that for the trial.
Like we should get like the Superman guilty.
Yes, that'd be awesome too.
Or like, and then like, what's a not guilty one? We'll just find a not guilty one. We'll also have to find a couple Ultimate Warrior grunts and.
Oh, definitely. How about Pop Culture Pro W for you? Thank you, Terzio. He says we get his vote.
Terzio, you got our vote too, buddy.
Listen, other than Steve, who started, if he doesn't count, of course we're the first to win the Pop Culture Pro Hall of Fame.
Yeah,
first 2.
Has to we have to be. We have to be.
Day 1.
We were day
ground
level before it was even a thing.
Foundation.
We were in.
That's the key word. Foundation.
Foundation.
So yeah, I'd say we are Hall of Fame all the way.
Yeah, we got to be, and yeah.
And we have some funny. We haven't announced it yet, but we have some funny bits we're going to be recording pretty soon.
Yeah, we got some really fun content,
and we hope you like those. We're going to try to expand the show a little bit, do some funny bits, do some funny stuff, and costumes and imitations and
all sorts of cool like little
commercials. I guess we'll call them commercials.
Yeah, little vignettes.
Like in other words, would you like to hear Jim Cornette bring you the weather? Would you like to hear Stu Hart bring you the traffic report? Would you like to hear Dusty Rhodes talk about women's shaving products? If the answer to that is yes, you're going to get all of those and much, much more coming up soon.
How about Jake the Snake Roberts talking about kids' vitamins?
Exactly. I think that'd be fucking phenomenal. So yeah, we're gonna do that. I think after the trial, we'll start doing some of those recordings. But you guys got a lot of work to do over the next 7 days to get your shit together.
Oh yeah, I'm already pretty much prepared, but I got more coming. So
remember, we're gonna do opening statements.
Opening statements.
You both got to cross-examine the witnesses. Closing statements. I make my verdict.
I'm in.
That's it.
I'm in.
I'm not going to have a prosecution set of witnesses and a defense set of witnesses. You both call who you want. You both cross-examine who you want.
Cool.
and that's how we'll do it. Because we don't want to be on for 4 hours.
Right.
So
Awesome.
that's gonna be fun. Ultimate Warrior doing sports. I don't know who can do a good warrior. Can you do a good warrior, Eric?
The Angels and the White Sox played into 10 innings.
I like it. See, that's what I like. You got to do it. But you should
Okay.
be doing women's tennis or something ridiculous like that.
Or like the Lithuanian softball team or something.
Yeah, something ridiculous like that. Like that. The only stuff that'll be on the Ocho. Those kind of Ultimate Warrior brings you fucking cornhole.
Curling.
Yeah, stuff like that. That'd be fucking great. So yeah, everyone look forward to all that stuff. We're gonna have a lot of cool shit coming up. Leading, of course, into WrestleMania. We will have a WrestleMania pre-show. We will have a WrestleMania post-show, and maybe we'll do a WrestleMania reaction show this year.
We
Maybe,
could.
maybe.
We could.
We'll see.
We'll see.
I like to sit and watch WrestleMania though. I don't want to be distracted with having to be funny on the air or anything along those lines.
Yeah.
So, Eric, you got any final comments before we get the hell out of here?
I do not. See everybody next week at the trial. Please show up and see where the verdict lies.
Exactly, and I can't wait. I think it's going to be great.
I think it is too.
And you all
Maybe
need to
one of the
remember.
better shows we ever did.
I think so.
By the way, I know what I was going to say. Speaking of Foundation and Pop Culture Pros, I believe we were the actual first PCP show to do 100 shows in PCP itself.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
The Mets were already over 100 when they did their hundreds. I thought,
I don't remember. Gotta be honest with you. I have no clue.
I think we were the first to hit 100.
I know I can just do this. Now we're 16 past that. Thank God.
We are. A to Z's got 77.
Well, you know why? Because
I'm better than you. And you know it.
That's
exactly.
right.
Exactly. Frank, thank you for watching, my friend.
Yeah. Thanks for tuning in, Frank. Thanks, Nikki and Elijah, for coming on to see Dad and Tim.
Thank you, boys. That was awesome. And we have to get Frank a T-shirt, I think.
Yeah, Frank deserves a T-shirt. At least a
T-shirt. Frank, I'm going to get you a T-shirt, and I'll meet up with you sometime at that place in Flushing that you go to all the time.
Maybe we'll schedule it where I'm down there and we can both meet up with you, Frank.
We'll bring you a shirt. We'll take pictures with you. We'll give you an autograph. We'll sign a couple things for you.
Yeah, kayfabe, of course.
Kayfabe, of course. Yeah. We're big stars. We can't just be hanging out with fans all the time.
Yeah, no, we'll humor you, Frank, but that's time's limited.
Exactly. Especially if we're going to Citi Field.
Yeah, it's going to be painful enough to be there anyway.
Yeah, exactly. All right, folks, before we get into a whole nother conversation, we're going to end it there. But yes, thank you for watching. Tune in next week. Next week is the Trial of the Ultimate Warrior. We're going to start making posts tomorrow. We'll start posting them everywhere. We'll come up with a time and definitely a place with it. It's 1 week from today, the trial.
The boss should put up a poll too.
Yes. The Trial of the Ultimate Warrior will be 1 week from today. Make sure you all tune in, ladies and gentlemen. Good night.